Hello, everyone. This is Grace. It is April the 22nd, 2020, and we're going to be taking a look at the first seal of Revelation. And we'll go ahead and get to it. Well, let's go back a little bit. The setting for this is in Revelation 5, you see Yahushua coming into his kingdom, and he's standing before Yahweh, and he receives a scroll. And the scroll is like the book of life. It has the entire history of the existence of man written in it from the beginning until the very end. And so Yahushua takes the scroll and he's about to open it and review it. It's kind of like um he's going to review it to see who's saved, who isn't saved, and the events that have taken place in order to really test his people to see, to show, well, he knows who's saved, to show them, and of course the onlookers, who's saved, and that he's fair, basically. Because, of course, I mean, the whole purpose of this is to redeem God's character, of course. God could have just, kept the good ones, and, well, no. We had to see for ourselves, because that's just the way it is. We had to see for ourselves, or we would not have been able to trust God and love God and feel that he was always just. We just had to. And if we didn't have to, he wouldn't have done it. Plain and simple. So this is this is where he's about to open the seals. So Revelation 6 verse 1. And I saw when the Lamb opened one of and I saw when the Lamb, they're speaking of Yahushua there, opened one of the seals, and I heard, as it were, the noise of thunder. And one of the fourth beasts saying, "Come and see." Now, I didn't look up thunder, but we know that thunder is like the voice of God, usually in judgment. This says noise of thunder, though, so it's not really a voice. I'll let you guys know, I don't know if this is 100%. Usually the wicked will hear like the thundering and the roarings, but the saints, Yahweh, the saints hear the voice. So because it's John, he hears the noise of the thunder, but he also, it's actually the voice of one of the beasts here, rendering judgment. Or we'll find out in a moment. But he hears the noise of the thunder. It's not voice. Noise is just noise. But then he hears one of the beasts saying, "Come and see." So he understands. So we'll continue. And I saw, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat on him had a bow, and a crown was given unto him. And he went forth conquering and to conquer. Okay, there's a lot of definitions in here. I'm going to just go ahead and tell you. Actually, we can just go through the definitions real quick. And he that sat on him, so when he says, "Come and see," he's looking back at what has taken place in history, because they're judging the dead right now. They're looking at the history of what has taken place in the past. He's looking back at what has happened in history, but this is set forth as an example of what's going to happen to us. I can tell that now. So it's a white horse, and we all know it's similar to the white horse of Revelation 19, where Yahushua returns. And he that sat on him had a bow, and a crown was given unto him, and he went forth conquering and to conquer. Okay, so let's see what bow is. I can tell you now that a bow is, in the Bible, it is a weapon of war. It says that the mighty men used the bow. They're called mighty men because they're men of war. But one of the things you know about the bow and the arrow, he doesn't have an arrow. is that this particular weapon is used from afar. You're not supposed to be like the sword that comes out of the mouth of Yahushua in 19, in Revelation 19. No, you have to be right up on the person to use that. A bow is used from afar. You, the person that you're shooting doesn't see it coming. And even if you shoot it straight at them, it's so small and thin. A lot of times they still don't see it coming. So we'll go ahead and look at the definitions. Because the spoiler is come upon her, even upon Babylon, and her mighty men are taken. Every one of their bows is broken, for the Lord God recompenses. For the Lord God of recompenses shall surely requite. With arrows and with bows shall men come thither, because all the land shall become briars and thorn. We're going to go straight from bows into arrows, by the way, because even though there wasn't an arrow, we still want to know why. Whose arrows are sharp, and all their bows bent, their horses' hoofs shall be counted like flint, and their wheels like a whirlwind. A horse, of course, is a picture of an army or a war, soldier who wet their horses are used to represent like war and soldiers and stuff like that, but they're also for strength. Who wet their tongues like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words. So this is a definition of the arrow, even bitter words. Shoot their arrows, even bitter words. And they bend their tongues like their bows for lies, and they are not valiant for the truth upon the earth. But they are not valiant for the truth upon the earth, for they proceed from evil to evil, and they know not me, saith the Lord. Hold on a moment. Take ye heed every one of his neighbor, and trust ye not in any brother, for every brother will utterly supplant, and every neighbor will walk with slanders. And they will deceive every one his neighbor, and will not speak the truth. They have taught their tongue to speak lies, and weary themselves to commit iniquity. Okay, I have put that in there. Thine habitation is the midst of deceit. Through deceit they refuse to know me, saith the Lord. Their tongue is an arrow shot out. It speaketh deceit. One speaketh peaceably to his neighbor with his mouth, but in his heart he layeth his weight. I think that's it for bow and arrow. There's one more. For lo, the wicked bend their bow, they make ready their arrow upon the string, that they may privily shoot at an upright heart. So, the rider has a bow, he has a weapon, but he has no arrow. So it's not really a weapon. His weapon is his tongue. He's not doing any harm with that bow. And the fact that he doesn't have the arrow with it, and it shows that there must be some sort of intellectual way which he is conquering, because he's conquering. He's given a crown right here, and a crown was given unto him, and he went forth conquering and to conquer. So let's see what this crown. Now this crown, by the way that we know that this is not, it's definitely not Yahushua, is because the crown isn't even the same. This crown is a Stephanos, from an apparently primary Staphel. It's given to a victor. Yahushua's crown is a crown of royalty. Let's go there. Revelation 19. Wait a minute, I've got it marked here. And his head were many crowns. Yahushua has a crown within a crown within a crown within a crown. He wears a diadem from the compound, a diadem. But this is a crown of royalty. It's not like a victor's crown, a Stephanos, which is what we see here in Revelation 2. Okay. So a crown was given to him. So he was a victor. He went to war with no weapon, but he was still a victor. And he went forth conquering and to conquer. Well, I know I put something in here about conquering. I didn't remember seeing it though when I read through it. Hope I have it in here. I have a couple of scriptures about crown. Let's take a look at those. Now, every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things. Now, they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but we an incorruptible. Henceforth there is laid up for me a crown of righteousness, which the Lord the righteous judge shall give me at that day, and not to me only, but unto all them that love his appearing. Blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord has promised to them that love him. And then it says, behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. And of course, in Revelation 6, it is taken. His eyes were as a flame of okay. So that would be the last one for crowns, I think. And then let's go to we wanted to find conquering. Let's see. Okay, let me pause you for a second. There's only a couple of verses, and I can't remember what specific verse I wanted to look up. So let's just go ahead and look it up together. None of these first ones here. Romans 12:21. Be not overcome of evil, but overcome evil with good. I write unto you, Father, because ye have known him that is from the beginning. I write unto you, young men, because ye have overcome the wicked one. I write unto you, little children, because ye have known the Father. It's just, who is he that overcometh the world, but he that believeth that Jesus is the Son of God? So if you overcome the world, then you are a son of God. You are a follower of Jesus, of Yahushua. If you are overcome by evil, though, then let's read some of the things that it says in Revelation here. He that has an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. He that overcometh shall not be hurt of the second death. To him that overcometh will I give to eat of the hidden manna, and I will give him a white stone, and in the stone a new name written, which no man knoweth, saving he that receiveth it. And he that overcometh and keepeth my work unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations. So the victor, who is a man, overcometh wickedness. But if wickedness overcomes, then you have a problem, because you, of course, are not in the company of the righteous. Be not overcome of evil, but overcome evil with good. Okay, so let's cancel that out. So what we have here is what it is a spiritualism. And I say, and I saw, and behold, a white horse. Because we know it's not Yahushua. It's not even the same sort of crown. Yahushua's crown is royalty. And behold, a white horse, and he that sat on him had a bow, and a crown was given unto him. And he went forth conquering and to conquer. So this is spiritualism that's going to be, it's going to be on a massive scale. We're going to see that in the fifth trumpet. But I just wanted to point this out because I know a lot of people believe that it's Yahushua, and it's not. Yahushua, even if you just look at what's about to happen, you have the white horse, and then after this you have the red horse, which is war, black horse, famine, and then pale horse, death. Okay, if this was Yahushua riding forth, he would not be followed up by war, famine, and death. No, he'd be followed up by peace and love and harmony, plenitude and rejoicing, life and fertility. None of these things would be happening as Yahushua was riding forth. No. Remember, the horse is a symbol of strength and usually and also war. But the reason why the horse is a symbol of war is because in the Bible, the horse is pictured as an animal that will run head first into a war and will speed up as he gets closer. You know, he's not going to slow down. He's not going to back up. A normal animal will see all these other animals coming at him and flinch some way. A horse doesn't do that. A horse, he'll go head first into war, and he's going to speed up near the end. He's not going to turn around, and he's not going to back down. So that's the way the horse is pictured as part of a war animal. And then also, of course, he has the strength and he has the power. And so all of that is backed up behind this white horse. With strength and with power and with the intent of war is the spirit of Satan going to go through conquering and conquering. Conquering and to conquer. That's what this is. It's spiritualism. Okay, I think that's all I have to say on the matter. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them below. Until next time, Yahweh bless.